Hey, how's it going, guys? In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to use QPropertyAnimation class to create widget motion animation. Right, so here, let me launch the demo real quick. And here's the demo we're going to create in this exercise. So here on the top, I have this square shape object, and also a push button. If I click on the push button, and notice that the square shape is going to slowly expanding until to a certain point. And I'll just wait until it finishes. And it looks like the animation is stopped. And if I click on start again, it's going to restart the process or restart the motion effect. Alright, so this is pretty useful, especially if you want to perform certain types of motion effects in your application. And what I like to do is I like to use the widget motion effects to enhance the user's usability. Alright, so let's take a look at how we can create the motion effect. And here, let me insert my code snippet. And let me start by importing the widgets that I'm going to use. Alright, so going to import the QPushButton widget. And for the square object, I'm going to use QFrame to construct the shape. Alright, so to create the motion effects. So here I'm going to import QRED class from the Qt core module. And to create the motion animation, I'm going to import QPropertyAnimation class. Right, so let's go into my app class. I want to change my window dimension to 800 by 600. Then we're going to insert the widget to the application window. Alright, so I'm going to have a push button. Then I'm going to create the square object using the QFrame class. Alright, so I'm going to set the shape color to red using the setStyleShape method. And I'm going to set the background to red. Then I'll set the frame style. And let's do panel. And I also want to make the frame object raise. Alright, so let's take a look. And here I have a typo. This should be panel. Oh, capital P. Alright, so here's my square object. And you can see that the square object is outside the window a little bit. And to fix that, I'll move the object using the move method. And let's move to the right and to the bottom by 10 points. Then I'll resize the square. And let's make the size 100 by 100. Alright, so that looks much better. Now to go into the documentation. Alright, so here's the QPropertyAnimation class documentation. And there are 4 methods that I'll be using. The first method is the setDuration method. And here's an example. So the setDuration method indicates that how much time do you want to give to perform the animation. And the value is going to be in milliseconds. And the second method is the setStartValue method. And it's going to be the initial states of the widget's property. So based on the properties that you are specifying. And the setEndValue is going to be the end state, how the widget's property is going to be. And to figure out what properties are available, so here we want to go into QWidget class documentation. And scroll down to properties. So these are all the available properties that you can configure. And the ones I use most frequently is geometry, maximum heights, minimum heights, minimum size, and let's see. So also you can set the animation effects to Boolean data type. Usually you want to look for the data type of a property. Right, so for frame size, So here, this relates to the widget's geometry setting. Alright, so I'm going to use geometry property for this demonstration. And geometry is right here. Now here I'm going to create a method called animation. And I'll create my QPropertyAnimation object. And I'll call the object self.animation. Alright, so first we want to insert the widget that I want to perform the motion animation. And it's going to be self.frame object. And the next item is going to be the property. And make sure that you set that to bits. And it's going to be geometry. Now we're going to set the duration. How much time we want to perform the animation. So I'm going to set that to, let's do 10 seconds. And for the initial state, so here this is going to be set start value. And going back to the documentation, and geometry is a QRed data type. I'm going to insert QRed class. And the first item is going to be the top value, followed by the left value. And for the left value, I'm going to insert the y coordinate value from the frame object. And I know my square initial size is going to be 100 by 100. Alright, so here I'll make a copy of this line right here. And I'll change the method to set end value. And it's going to be the destination state, how the widget is going to look like. And the only thing here I want to do is I want to increase the widget size or the frame size to 200 by 200. And I'll keep the left value and the y value the same. And to start the animation, I want to use the starts method. Then I'll assign this method to the push button. And that's it. Alright, so let's give it a try. So I'm going to launch the application. And I'm going to click on the push button. In here, I have a typo. Alright, let me try again. So if I click on the push button, and the square is going to slowly expand to 200 by 200 based on the size that I specified. And if I click on the push button again, then it's going to go back to the default value. Then it's going to start at the this final geometry setting that you specified. Alright, so this is going to be everything I'm going to share in this video, and hopefully you guys found this video useful. And as always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.